The tree of liberty has been thirsty for too long. I am the spark, the powder, the match, the shot that rang, the line in the patch. I am the night they tossed the tea, the oath they swore to die free. You can chain my hands, you can break my bones, but you'll never own my soul. I am the fire in the midnight sky, the reason tyrants die. I am 1776, lightning, thunder, iron, and grit. Every musket, every fist. I am 1776. Oh, 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 oh. I am 1776. The flag they tried to burn, the shot that made the empire turn. I am the rebel, the Minuteman, the ink that wrote we can. We hold these truths, hear my boots on the cobblestone, hear my war cry, shake the throne. My drum, you know it's near. Your reign of fear ends here. I am 1776. Lightning, thunder, iron, and grit. Every musket, every fist. I am 1776. Oh, oh, oh. 1776.
On his own, and I'll do it on my own.
Okay. He's on the phone, so I'm going to open up. So it's Taco Tuesday, and we're not going to Mexico to get tacos either anytime soon. I don't know about any but you guys, but I'm just saying hi to everybody in here. Whoops. Energy. I can't spell worth a shit this morning. Okay, so today's Tuesday. Sean's, okay, always fashionably late, but he'll be here. So let's see, everybody's in here. Gosh, we got a lot of people in here this morning. So I'm going to open up with a prayer. It looks like George had to take a phone call. So, Lord Jesus, as I walk the path of life today, let my eyes be your eyes, sharing compassion, warmth, and love. Let my hands be your hands, bringing healing with their touch. Let my ears be your ears, listening where there is need. Amen. I think we need a lot of that with everything that's going on in the world today. It's just nuts anymore. So, yeah, so, oh, look at all the people in here. Wow. I'm typing and talking at the same time. We're going to cover a bunch of stuff today. We got a little bit about Mexico, and I actually got an audio call of what's his name, Mencho or whatever, right before the cops came to get him, and it shows how the cops are like really in on all this stuff. But it's pretty bad down there. I don't know if any of you got, Uni Twisted Tuesday. I don't know why the show's not on Roku, if that's what you're talking about. I don't know. I know I set it up so it goes through Rumble, and then it goes through YouTube. And then it running through StreamYard. So if it doesn't go through Roku, it's somebody else's fault, not mine, because I have no control over Roku. So I'm going to show you something really cool. You know how we were talking about quantum entanglement? I didn't go into it too much and everything, but look at this.
Very important call. Sorry, everybody.
Well, you know, when Trump calls, you got to answer the phone.
Yeah, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Hello, my dear. How are you? My favorite Patriots. Everybody that's on the chat. I didn't go on the chat yet, so good morning.
Oh, everybody's complaining about how cold it is, and I don't blame them.
Well, how cold I am? How cold?
It's 18 here.
Oh, I thought they were talking about me being so cold.
Yeah, you can be cold. Isn't it cold down there?
Yeah, it's almost 28 degrees this morning.
Ah, yeah. Well, I'm still colder than you. I don't like that. High of 4. Uni's got a high of 14. Yeah, Red George is always hot. Yeah, he's hot.
Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
She was talking about how you go after the Muslims. Don't get your head so big over that one. So I just wanted to show this really quick about the yin yang. Look at that. This is those are photons, quantum entangled photons, and look at that. It looks just like a yin yang sign. So how did the ancient people know that quantum entanglement looked exactly like that when you go through all of their religious or sacred images and everything? Isn't that something? They didn't have microscopes or any of that stuff. How did they know?
How did they know?
I have.
Listen, if it wasn't for the Chinese, what do you call the Italians would never had pasta? Marco Polo.
Well, if it wasn't for the Polish, you would have never had pierogi.
And if it wasn't for the Polish, you wouldn't know how to spell polish.
Yeah, I can spell Polish.
Yeah, well, polish and Polish are the same thing.
Yeah. See, yeah.
My father went crazy when he was teaching himself how to speak the English language because everything. No, because when you say a word in Italy, when you're Italian, when you say the word, is exactly how you spell it. And here, certain words is not how it sounds. Like enough is Enough.
But as you spell it, it's Enuff.
Yeah, that's what he would think. Okay.
Right?
Yep, enough. I had enough of you already. It's only 5 minutes into the show.
I know. Well, I gotta pick on you because Sean's not here yet. I like to give it to you. I spell like that phonetic
I'm
spelling.
filing a complaint. Elder abuse. That's what you're doing to me. That's what I'm telling you right now. That's it. I'm gonna put a complaint in today. I'm going right online.
Oh, I feel so good.
Blah, 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 blah. Gotta put the thing up. You might as well put him up.
Put what up?
Put Trump up. You know, the Trump thing that I don't understand what he's saying.
What did you say? I didn't catch it.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, put it up.
What?
I can't understand a word he's saying. It's not it's the accent. It's a little bit tough for me to hear.
There you go. That one's gold. That one is really gold. I can't overuse it though, or then it loses its power. So I have to be careful. I like to slide it in when you're least expecting.
Morning, everybody. How's everybody? What a beautiful day it is in the neighborhood. The citrus trees are dying. Orange. I got an orange tree. I hope doesn't crap out.
Yeah, I know you're gonna lose.
All the plants are gone.
Yeah.
All the tropical plants, they're not tropical anymore. They're just plants.
Well, they're just stubs. Withered, brown, shriveled up stubs. That's what I think.
Anyway.
I know. I've seen some people that are getting I got that honeysuckle tree behind me and it's already got buds on it, but now it froze again. So I'm sure that's going to kill that too, which really stinks because they smell so good. So
yesterday was the day for the Angel Moms. He made it official February 23rd, right, as the official day of Angel Moms Day of all mothers or that lost their lives and with illegals.
Right.
Hey, we're going to Florida College. Nice shirt. Nice sweater.
It's cold. I need something warm on today.
So I had to put the heat on this morning. You know, I wait for ice cubes on the pool.
You don't look any better, Sean. Do you feel like crap?
I feel horrible.
Well, did
you ask for Z-Pack?
I figured George would cheer me up.
Boy, were you wrong.
Put your thing up. Put the other thing up. Put President Trump up again. I can't understand what he's saying again.
No, I'm not going to put that up. I can't use it.
Make sure it's fine. I was talking. I'm filing papers for elder abuse against.
Are you?
Against
Trixie? Now, are you gonna say that it's Trixie, or are you gonna say her real name because they made the state?
Well, no, it's according to the it's according to the show.
Oh,
It's
okay.
Trixie.
All right, gotcha.
Trixie Lasagna.
So you're gonna send it in through Rumble then?
Yep. Trixie Lasagna.
Yep, that's my name, Trixie Lasagna, and I'm cheesy too.
Hey, you notice the new things now? All the credit cards now are hitting you for a charge.
For what?
Oh, to have their credit card. If you have one of the ones with the companies on it, like either Southwest or anyway, but that's it. What else going on?
Nothing much. Lot of excitement for tonight for the State of the Union, right?
Yeah, well, the hockey team is flying in. Trump did send him a plane down in Miami. He's going to get him there. He's got. And did you see all the assholes that are staying out of the? They're not coming in. The Democrats.
They're turds.
You know, I wonder how many are going to make a grandstand tonight to try to, make themselves seen to it's going to be the fundraise, right? They do something, they get fundraising off of it.
I thought I downloaded the picture of the shit. I thought I downloaded the photo.
So what do you think? What color do you think they're going to come in tonight? That one year they were all in white, and then they come in with buttons.
When they were in that white one, when he was talking the first time he did it, in 2017, and he did his. He said, "I made this hat up." Remember, he told them they all stood up.
Mm-hmm.
All the ones in white, they all stood up when Trump was saying something, and then all of a sudden he said, "Don't sit down yet."
I heard it. He said he was going to be a long one tonight.
Well, they're talking about it's. They hope that it doesn't go past 90 minutes, but it will. I mean,
With all the clapping.
Well, yeah, because of all the stuff and everything else.
Plus the hockey team being there. I like watching it, but I didn't like watching it when it was like
the girl hockey team refused to go to Washington, their house.
Yeah, did you see the statement they came out with that they had prior commitments and all that stuff? Let me tell you,
full of shit. It was the LGBTQ brought on that too.
If you get asked to go to the State of the Union, I mean, there's only one there's only one commitment that will stop you from going, and that's if you die, right? So, they should go. I don't know why,
they have no respect. I mean, there were a lot of guys that went to Biden thing when they were, were arrested, and there were a lot of Trump supporters. They didn't say nothing about it. It's always the other side. It doesn't matter. There's so much hatred and such morons. It's unbelievable.
I think Vance should stand back there and wave the speech around.
Yeah.
Instead of how Pelosi tore it up, he can just wave it.
She should have went to jail. She tore up a document.
Yeah.
That was from the president, and they should have arrested her.
I think so.
Yeah.
But Pence was there holding his religious pecker there that didn't do anything.
Well, he's such a.
He claims he was supposed to be.
You see Pence's comments to this day. Every time something happens, he.
Yeah.
So,
but he thinks he's gonna. He thinks he's gonna run for president. He's got a rude awakening.
No one's gonna vote for him.
Just the flies. The flies will be the only one that vote for him.
That fly knew.
Mm-hmm.
That fly knew.
Fly knew right on his knee. Isn't it amazing how many pictures that there's out there of politicians with a fly on them like that? It happened with Obama. Pence, there was one more too that it happened to. There was a meme going around of Biden. It didn't really happen to Biden, but there was a meme.
It happened one on Hillary too.
Was it Hillary? Yeah, probably was going in her mouth when she was going.
Oh yeah, with that thing with the.
Hey, this is a family show.
Oh, she's so awful. I hate her. I shouldn't say hate but I don't like her very much at all.
She's just miserable. Well,
look at Podesta. He said she smells like farts, urine, and cabbage.
He did okay with Pizzagate, didn't he? Podesta.
Yeah, I agree, Mark. Judas Pence shouldn't be allowed in the building. Not at all.
Yeah, no. But yeah, I just think it's such poor taste for the girls hockey team to say, we're sorry we can't go. We got commitments. First of all, there's probably a Megan Rapinoe in that bunch. Remember Megan Rapinoe?
Yeah. They showed somebody posted that up.
And there's probably a strong one like that in the bunch. But I mean, I don't know. I haven't seen the girls hockey, come out with anti-Trump stuff or whatever. So I don't know if they're actually like that. Maybe just didn't want to get involved. I don't know. But you get invited. You have to go to that without a doubt.
Oh, I would. I don't care what I had planned, unless it was like, Christ was calling me home. That'd be the,
commitment. It's the only commitment you can't get out of.
Yeah, everything else, everybody would understand. They'd be like, "No, go."
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean that's just a way of stiffing it to them and whatever. I mean, honestly, it's like I said, you're for your country. That's number one. I mean, there's not like it's just one party there. It's both parties at the State of the Union.
Well, there's probably a bunch of dykes anyway, so that's the whole problem.
Did you see this? The other guy that lost, he went 10th place. So somebody told him if you didn't open up your mouth about America and stuff like that, you might have won.
Yeah, well, he's all bruised up and everything, and he said he wanted to compete for his friends and family, not for the country.
So what the hell are you on the Olympic team for? That's some great and what the thing is. It's not run by the Olympic team that we send. It's not by the United States. It's all donations and stuff that go to these people, and a lot of Americans donate money to make these people go there, and then you say you don't want to.
There's a lot of funding that goes from private funding. Absolutely.
Yeah, we're saying it's to represent the United States.
USN Aircrew said they won on the ice but lost in public opinion. That's true. I think a lot of people are really going to think a lot less of them now. And
yeah. Red says maybe it's because they have a Dove soap deal and they want the money. I like Dove soap.
Oh, well. Even more the reason.
I did a Dove soap billboard one time.
Yeah, even more the reason to go.
I hope he brings up tonight about the what do you call it? All the money that was stolen by Somalia in Minnesota.
He's got a lot to talk about. I mean, think about it. His first year in office, right? Think of all the things that were accomplished, but also think of the challenges that he has, that he still faces, right? Obviously he campaigned on ending the war in Ukraine and Russia, and that hasn't happened yet. And he keeps on saying it's a little tougher than he thought it was going to be. And I believe that. I think he thought it was going to be a lot easier. And, he hasn't had success at that. But he also stopped, 8 other wars?
Yep.
Right?
But isn't it amazing that England was the first one to arrest somebody for this thing with Epstein files?
Yes. Can I play this before you talk about it?
Yes, go ahead. Let's talk about it.
Ooh.
I just wanna be free, don't wanna be held back. I'm sick and tired of your rules, I want independence. You don't understand how we work, you're not on our wavelength.
Did anybody notice something very important in that whole reel?
The birthday cake or the bra?
No, carrying the pizza box.
Yeah.
I love the look on his face. He looks like he's absolutely terrified. I mean, that's gold. That's going to be a meme forever with that face from that.
Oh, when he's in the car? Yeah. He was
and then made the point up looking like that and everything.
That was like a Hillary Clinton face looking at the balloons.
Yeah. I don't think he ever thought he was really going to get picked up.
Yeah.
Well, they thought it's still in America. We still have no accountability again, so it just doesn't matter. And everything about the fraud that they found, that's put under the blanket again, under the sheet. Now, don't look at this. This is 2022, not including 2024. I say we're about maybe $700 billion that's been fraud the government lost.
I think that's
Because
I think it's going to be more than that number.
Yeah, that's what I said, 700 billion.
Yeah.
It's gonna be, yeah. It's a
And,
lot.
and the whole thing is that they're talking about, and the best thing about what about with the we could bring up. Should we talk about the tariffs at all or no? We want.
Yeah, we
What-
could talk about the
You
tariffs.
can, but you got to pony up. You got to pull some money out of your pocket.
I did.
You get tariffed from the tariffs.
Well, this
You-
year,
What?
this one video is pretty good.
Okay, just run real quick thing about Biden.
Do it. Okay. Oh yeah, about Biden.
I just want to say it really quick. I don't know if we were talking about accountability and everything. If any of you pay attention to some of this stuff, Biden actually went way downhill, and the cancer spread all through his bones and everything. Now they're saying so. This is one person that's going to definitely avoid accountability, whether it's really true that he's that close to death or not. But he's not going to. He'll never face the consequences.
Guess who else had cancer? Remember who else had cancer? And all of a sudden had and died. Who else? Who ran against Obama the first time? McCain. Remember McCain?
Yeah.
They gave him a pill to shut him up.
Mm-hmm.
He died. All of a sudden he got cancer, and all of a sudden he went through his whole body, and he died right away. Him, and then Biden's doing the same thing. They gave him a pill.
You ever heard anything about Biden, and all of a sudden now you're here?
Well, yeah, they're gonna get rid of him. Because there's a lot of shit that he's got, so they're gonna get rid of him. He's gonna die.
The
he
weird
got
part
rid of
is
all this shit anyway. He don't have a brain left. I mean,
he got rid of all the shit in his defense.
Yeah, I don't think he's a.
I tried to go by his house and look at his vet. I was in Delaware when I came back. On my way back.
You should have went and looked in the garage to see if there's any.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. I was going to look for those papers.
But
I found him.
I don't think there's anybody really getting rid of Biden. I think Biden looked like he was dead when he was leaving the White House. For God's sake.
The Epstein files say he is dead, and that's a dupe with a mask on, and they even say in the files that the mask isn't working anymore. Mm-hmm. So that was a conspiracy theory. Then this comes out, and you're like, "Wow." Yeah,
I mean, I've seen that. I don't know about that. There's so many people that need that would have to be involved in pussing it. Like I said, you have a secret. One person can keep a secret, maybe two. When you get all these people out on it, look at George.
He's so disruptive, right?
Yep.
I'm wearing this for tonight. I gotta put this on tonight.
Hey George, give me some attention over here.
Yeah, no.
Just a little bit.
Oh boy.
But no, that's Biden. I think he's been going for a long time. You look at the difference in the presidents. Just look at the difference in presidents. Every time Trump's on, what the hell's he laughing at?
No, I'm laughing because you're right. I mean, it's unbelievable the comparison.
But the access, just look at the access alone. Let's start with A in the alphabet. Access, right? Every time Trump's on Air Force One, he walks back. He's leaning against the door, and he's like, "All right, guys, what do you got for me?" He's talking to the press, right? Mm-hmm. And they're asking him, I don't know, 5 to 10 questions, sometimes maybe more. The cabinet meetings that he throws, and they go around a table. I mean, it's like not even news anymore. His cabinet meetings that he has, it's like people even like they have them, but it's not even news. The first couple times it was like breaking news. Everybody was streaming it. Yeah. Now it's not. Now it's not even like. Now it's like just okay. Again, they're doing it. The access that he's given, it's just unbelievable. It really is. I don't know any president gave access like that.
Well, they would have had to talk to Biden. If the press had to talk to him, they would have to talk to him through the bathroom that's up in the plane.
Well, they were all scripted questions too.
Yeah,
they had a hand in there. If you had to ask Biden a question, they had to get your question first to approve it.
I liked it when he got lost and the rabbit had to come get him on the lawn.
That was
Hillary Clinton, right, in the rabbit costume.
Yeah, and then that goes right back to follow the white rabbit, so you can take it 2 ways.
Yeah.
I don't know. I still think the best press conference ever was when Acosta started up his crap with Trump, and Trump took kept telling him to sit down.
Sit down.
Sit down.
Rude. You're rude. Sit down. Yeah, it was great.
I hate Jim Acosta. Oh, I can't stand him. He is such a doofus. He really is. Well, what did you? What? I'm sorry, we all got way off track here, George. What were you talking? What did you want me to put up here? The video clip you got here? I can't hear you. You're
I can't
muted.
understand the thing he's saying.
I know. Yeah.
No, go ahead.
Came in and we did what we had to do to save all these businesses. You went through the roof, right?
We did. Our quotes, our orders. We're so busy now, we don't know what to do. My lead time now on an order is 36 weeks. We were at a point in time that our RATS divisions, we were laying off workers. We were working one shift, 3 days a week, begging for work. Now it's the exact opposite.
From one shift 3 days a week to now having to turn away business. And in his speech, the president said that his policies have created 5,000 manufacturing jobs in Georgia alone and 70,000 construction jobs, building more factories that will employ more people as soon as they're opened up. These aren't economic statistics. That's the difference between a dying country and a living one. And the foreign interests behind Friday's court decision want to take that away. Well, they've failed, but they'll try again. And that's exactly why you need to understand what happened Thursday at the Board of Peace meeting, because it shows you not just what Trump is defending, but what he's building in the place of this dying system. Now, when Donald Trump introduced his special envoy, Steve Witkoff, to the Board of Peace, he used a line that deserves far more attention than it got.
And I said, Steve, how would you like to be Henry Kissinger Jr. that doesn't leak? They said, are you a leaker, Steve? No, he didn't even know what the word meant, and it's true. I always say Henry Kissinger, who was one of the great leakers of all time, by the way, Richard Nixon said to him, Henry, who's leaking all this stuff? I don't know, Mr. President, it was Henry.
That's not a joke. That is a very precisely directed statement. And you can bet that many of the people sitting in that room understood the role that Kissinger had played in the last century in the empire's policy of perpetual war. Henry Kissinger was one of the architects of the post-war order that Trump is now dismantling. And if you want to know who Kissinger was leaking to, just look at his infamous speech to London's Chatham House in 1982, when he said, I kept the British Foreign Office better informed and more closely engaged than I did the American State Department. On the empire's behalf, Kissinger didn't manage peace, he managed conflict, keeping nations locked in permanent tensions and permanent negotiation. That was the system, that was the point. Trump didn't just pick Steve Witkoff because he isn't a leaker. He picked him because this administration's policy is the polar opposite of Kissinger's and the empire's. And Marco Rubio made clear that President Trump has thrown out that old rule book.
President of the United States, Donald J. Trump, has both an ability and a willingness to use the power of his office to think outside the box. This Gaza situation was impossible to solve under orthodoxy.
And that was the plan. With all the wars that happened and all the money and everybody who was making all that money and everything else, the conflicts that were done, and everybody, and it's amazing how we looked up to all these people that we believed that they were for this country. And it was the biggest thing that what Trump is doing is he destroyed the British banking system because they were handling all the funds and the money. What? You're muted.
He's a disruptor. He disrupted, they were all those people were all for themselves and their enrichment, and Trump disrupted them.
Yeah, but the thing is that the way the people, we were very patriotic to all these presidents that were at the time president. We thought when the buildings came down at 9/11 that, Bush made that big speech on that pile. It's, oh man, this guy is a great president. And he treated him like gold, man, throw the first ball out of Yankee Stadium, people roared and everything else. But you notice that all these here, all of them, all the ones that try to change the banking system and everything else, and in past history, because I brought that video up the last time, who was assassinated or attempts assassination had been done, you notice that the ones for the banking system and everything else, there was no assassination. The only thing that happened to Bush was the slippers were thrown at him. That's it.
Yeah, that was funny.
That was it. That was the attempted.
Nothing ever happened.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, none of them. You know,
Nothing ever happened.
JFK is, you can say whoever you want about him, but all of a sudden he started getting away with the gold system right away. Boom, he was gone. You know, and all these things played into even as far as Lincoln when we showed that video. As soon as he started printing the stuff, he just, you know, they do not like, they don't want to lose power. Put it that way.
It's the banks. It's the Rothschild Bank at the head of the snake against
they had
the
that
International Bank. Was it International Monetary Fund, the World Bank that they run it all?
They were still part with Britain. That was the whole thing. Britain gave them the power, and the whole thing is they had that meeting with Jack. It's just how things just fell into place that now, because of the internet and the technology, we hear a lot of stuff that, wow, you know, makes us think that, you know, all these people were out there. We thought they were for this country, and they weren't. Now you got a president that's for this country, right? That's for this country, and all of a sudden everybody's attacking him. I think it's disgraceful that these Democrats are not showing up at the tonight. I think it's the State of the Union.
Yeah,
I don't. Well, all the Republicans always showed up at Biden's. Nobody protested them and stuff. And Obama.
I don't know. I mean, you look at Marjorie Taylor Greene. You look at the one guy that yelled at Obama, "You're a liar." I mean, we've kind of done it too. Not in a grand scheme like they do it, but if they don't want to show up, honestly, if they don't want to show up, I think that's good. I think that's good. I'll tell you why. That shows the independent voter the hard line they're drawing, that they won't even go to the State of the Union. Okay. I think it's good. Matter of fact, I wish more of them didn't come. Honestly, seriously, think about it.
Well, they won't be able. The less that go, the less disruptions that'll go on.
Yeah, that Al Green, he got tossed out.
Yeah, that was great when they took him out of there.
Is he going to? Is he going to keep his mouth shut this year? I mean, he got.
No, he's not. It's not going. Al Green is not going.
Do we have that list that we could see?
I thought I downloaded it. I didn't. I can't find it.
I didn't. I know one person who might not be there. Justice Roberts.
Why not?
Well, it says Speaker Mike Johnson has assured Trump he stands ready to call for the impeachment of Justice John Roberts. If he believes he's compromised, the GOP is prepared to take action. He said the impeachment would be quick and the president could have a nominee confirmed in a matter of a few weeks. So maybe Roberts won't go and because he doesn't want to be a target.
You know who fought all these tariffs, right?
I think I think if he doesn't go, it makes it. I think
you know who. Well, he's picking on Roberts because of because of the tariff situation. Mm-hmm. But hear me out. The whole thing is that who was going to get hurt mostly about the tariffs? It was Walmart, and the thing that they got with China, and the amount of money of the kickbacks that come. They were all complaining. Everybody was complaining about the imports that were coming in, especially from China. And that's how a lot of people run their businesses, you know. So, but the big one, the one that brought them to court and went on the different companies, one of them was Walmart because of all the Chinese imports they got. And that's what they were worried about, you know, their money. You know, it breaks my heart that the ones that own Walmart, that they make, you know, $100 billion a year in profit, you know. Like they really give. We should. That's what Trump's trying to do, is bring products here to have them made here. And American people should buy American products. It's very hard for you to get them too.
Yeah, but the Dollar Tree is going to have to go up to $1.50 now.
Yeah,
because it was $1. Now then it went to $1.25.
It should be called a double Dollar Tree, because with inflation.
Yeah, they should.
Because of that's why I would. I just changed it to a $1 tree. That's all. And be done with it.
Yeah.
I like the Dollar Tree because you can get a lot of glass stuff there for really cheap if you're into doing that kind of stuff, paint and everything. But you guys want to talk about Mexico a little bit?
Sure.
I did that. Oh, look at my hat.
I can't believe. Can you imagine being in Mexico right now?
Oh, you're gonna love this. Then I made up a reel for Mexico.
Uh-oh.
Come to Puerto Vallarta, Mexico for only $2.99.
A few moments later. Guacha aquí ni se pasaron de vergas aquí saliendo de playas, güey. Guacha, güey. Pues de su puta madre, güey, no, güey, ni salir a la verga, que ya me hubiera enjaular yo, güey.
That's really Tijuana.
Aguante, perro, aguante. Hay que aguantar.
Vamos, güey. Armando la balacera, la verga, güey.
Pasan pura verga, mira. Algo bien.
Can you imagine being in Mexico and it's on Tijuana on our border now? You know, the
I
one
heard you
thing.
get 50% discount if you go in with a Mexican hat.
Yeah, put your mustache on and you'll get a 75%.
No, I get to be. I was trying to stick it on with stick on.
Yeah, but can you imagine what George and I were talking about this before the show started? You know, all this stuff is happening and everything, and the terror cells. This could be their call or whatever to open up here in the United States. They might be just waiting for one time.
I got something to say. How's this one? I remember that discussion I had with Christy Nome, which I never knew about that. Now, she had a drug problem with the Indian reservations because for some reason, the cartel is in there. All the Indian reservations, the cartel's in, and they're transferring their drugs through that. And the Indian reservations are sovereign nations, so they can't go in there with the government. She couldn't go in there to do arrest and everything else. It had to be done a different way because they have their own police and their own stuff and everything else. So that's another way that the cartel was coming into America.
Yeah.
You know? So
well, here I was just going to finish up with this. With the Mencho guy. This is what happened right before he got picked up. I found this, and it's an audio call with the cops.
Delta 1.
Hey, ¿quién habla?
Mira bien, hijo de tu puta madre. Soy Mencho, güey. Relaja tu puta gente a la verga. Soy Mencho, güey. Relaja tus putas partidas. Si no te voy a partir tu madre, tienes toda tu bola de perros. Te tengo identificado 30 güeyes. Hasta tus putos perros te van a matar si no te relajas, güey. ¿Cómo ves?
Ya está, señor, ahorita los bajo.
Oh, no cuelgues, hijo de la verga. Te tengo ubicados en Chacala, güey.
No le estoy colgando, le estoy diciendo, ahorita los bajo.
Póngase bien las pilas, güey. ¿Qué se le cuesta ser amigo, cabrón? ¿Uno no se mete con ustedes para que se pasen de verga?
No, señor, ahorita yo se las bajo.
Pongan, revíremeles a todos los hijos de su puta madre, porque todos agarran dinero y son buenos de puercos.
Sí, es lo que me están diciendo.
¿Se me ponen a tiros o tú eres el primero que vas a marchar por ellos, León?
No, señor.
¿Vale?
No, señor, no se trata de eso.
Cuádrese a la verga porque aquí los vergazos están al 220, ya se la sabe. Y miedo no hay.
No, señor, no se trata de eso. Ahorita yo lo sé.
Entonces, si quiere la amistad, aquí va a tener un amigazo, cabrón. Si no, a chingar a su madre a la verga.
No, yo sé, señor.
Ya estoy hasta la verga de que no entiendan, loco.
Señor, usted me conoce, usted sabe que yo soy amistad.
Pues por eso me extraña, cabrón. Yo te entiendo, güey, pero pues no mames, yo sé que tienes gente y la familia de chingada. Verga, póngase las putas pilas.
Yo lo sé, señor. Nada más
no quiero que me apagues este puto teléfono. Después te voy a marcar, güey. A ver si no se relajaron a la verga, ¿eh?
No, ahorita le voy a marcar.
A todos en general, güey. Relájenmelos a la verga. Por favor.
Ahorita le voy a marcar de otro número a este número que me está marcando.
No, este ya no le vuelvas a marcar. Yo le marco cuando yo pueda.
Ándale, pues.
Pero no me lo apague porque lo voy a entender como negatividad.
No, señor. Ahorita le mando un mensaje de otro número para que no marque los...
Órale, pues, Melón. Ahí les espero eso, que se relajen a la verga.
Sí, señor. Usted me conoce. Usted sabe que hay respeto y hay amistad. Nada más.
Ya está, igualmente. De aquí para allá también. Ahí disculpen por las malas palabras.
Aquí los muchachos son los que están allá y ahorita yo se los agrupo.
Ahora pues, ahí le encargo.
Ándale, señor.
Ahí relájenmelos a todos, dígale que va de parte mía.
Claro que sí, señor.
Ya está.
Ándale.
I mean, he's there. He's telling the cops what to do. Fall back. He admits to giving them money and everything. They're horrible.
Well, so many people are paid off over there.
Billions. You're talking about billions and billions of dollars. What do they say? The amount of money that the cartel makes are like $500 billion.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it tells you how much money's in drugs that they can pay off so many people.
And it's amazing. Yeah, it's amazing how they're close to our border, and how because of the American people, how they could become addicted to drugs and stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's just that they know the whole system, and China's all behind us too. Besides,
well, you
China
look at
all the shit. I tell you what, the best thing Trump would have done was to say, okay, China, if you don't do what you got to do with this fentanyl shit, we cut you right off. Your tariffs are 50%. Don't care about Walmart and everything else. Everybody has to suffer, and you'll see you were corrupt. That China's gonna drop soon. They're on the edge.
Yeah, but Mexico isn't just drugs though, too. I was reading a whole bunch of stuff. It's avocados, fruit, anything they can get their hands in and make a buck on. That's what they're doing. So it's a whole bunch of stuff besides just the drugs.
Oh, yeah. About the guacamole.
I know people are going to be mad they can't have their avocado toast in California. That's for sure. The libs are going to go
make
nuts.
money on people, right? The human trafficking.
Yep.
Body organs.
But if you look at we've had this war. I'm putting air quotes here because you two aren't looking at me. You're looking down at something. We had this war on drugs for ever, right? Since Nancy Reagan just say no, right? Was that Nancy Reagan just say no? Trump has the real war on drugs going on. We're blowing up narco boats delivering drugs, right? There was never been a war on drugs. We kind of looked the other way. They would send something. They would know about it. They would capture it. They would put it. They put a story out there. Look, we captured 30 pounds of cocaine, or we captured whatever, and it's like a feel good story for the press. Well, feel good story to me is watching those boats blow up and seeing pounds of cocaine blow up over the ocean. That's a feel good story, and that's a real war on drugs. So, God bless our president. That's all I got to say.
You know where people are asking where Scheinbaum is. You know what they ended up having to airlift her to a Navy ship out in the water because they couldn't protect her. So that's where she's at. She's on a boat out in the water. Well, ship.
Well, that's a good point. You think about that, George. You said before about the money just over here and with our issues in our country, the people are making money. How about all the people in the government making money over there for the narcos, right? You don't know who to trust.
Schiff is one of them. Schiff. Adam Schiff.
I'm talking about the government over in Mexico. Oh, Schiff.
They're all crooked. You got to be cartel to even get in office over there. Remember when Scheinbaum was running? Didn't they murder like 14 people before she got into office? It was something unreal like that.
Talk about a primary. You're
if you're still standing, you can run.
And what's funny is the Democrats went and visited the president of Mexico a long time ago, and they see them all together, and with all the drugs that were happening, everything else. So all the money, everybody, all that money. It's all about. It doesn't matter. It's all about the money.
It's all about the Benjamins.
Red Ginger had a comment in there. Now, I'm not an avocado buyer, but she said since the borders closed, the price of avocados plummeted. So that's interesting.
I don't eat avocado. I get guacamole if I go out to a Mexican restaurant.
Anybody find Nancy?
That starts from avocados, right? Yeah, I don't know. I haven't.
Well, at least we won't get what is it called, listeria and everything off the imported vegetables, because they all squat out in the field, and you get E. coli on your lettuce. I mean, that's really. I know. That's why I won't eat at a salad bar.
Yep.
At least you can. If you have a salad at home, it's clean. But I mean, when you go pee on the lettuce when you're out in the field, it's pretty gross. I see them do it because we used to have an asparagus farm where I used to live, and they would come up and pick the asparagus, and they'd take a squat right out in the field. I never bought asparagus there.
Oh, wow.
I had some in my own yard.
I guess if you got to go, you got to go. Well, it's funny because New Jersey, there's we're like the blueberry capital of the world in South Jersey, probably about a half hour south of me. And when you drive down that way, you always see they have the spotted pots out in the fields, right? In certain areas. So hopefully they use them.
Well, I would hope so now, at least carry hand sanitizer in your pocket, and when you're picking vegetables after you go to the bathroom. I don't know.
In the chat,
I'm really weird about food, though.
So in the chat, Artie Bull says cartels have controlled the avocado market for years. See, I don't know about this stuff. That's interesting. That's I'm sure they probably do.
We should just boycott Corona beer. Tell everybody to boycott Corona beer.
No, the U.S.
and Modelo.
Talking about, right?
I like Modelo, though. I do like Modelo.
Well, sometimes you just have to sacrifice.
I like Modelo. I think that tastes like piss.
I like Yuengling. That's what I drink. I like that.
Yuengling, I like. Yuengling,
I
like.
That's a good point about the avocado market with the cartel. I mean, think about it. The drug market is in a sense produce, right? They're growing marijuana, they're growing the stuff for the cocaine and all. So why wouldn't they just grow other stuff too? I mean, and then use obviously I think they probably send avocados over with a lot of drugs, in the shipments as well to get through the border.
Look at the way they even used to sneak people through the border, like in tire wells and in trunks, under floorboards, all kinds of crazy stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know. See if Pilsner. Who's talking about Pilsner beer? I don't know.
No, Pilsner beer. I was in that.
Oh, T.S. Money's Pilsner beer. I don't know. So you should drink Yuengling if you're going to drink beer, though, because it's one of the oldest breweries in America. It's American beer. Be a real man. Grows hair on your chest.
Yeah, I mean, they haven't been bought out by anybody yet, so still American beer, right?
Yeah, it's good. I think it's pretty good. So here,
distilled here.
Before all this stuff happened in Mexico, I found that this predated what happened in Mexico.
When the cartel says something, people listen because they know they're not playing. And the cartel just sent a message to all Americans in Mexico and outside of Mexico. Members of the cartel just sent a direct threat to FBI Director Kash Patel. And they put it on a banner in the middle of Los Cabos. And this ain't no rumor. It's on a banner, out in public, clear as day. This is the crazy shit. This is the Sinaloa cartel. The same group that was tied to El Chapo. And they're the new generation called La Chapiza. So they're blaming the U.S. for weapon seizure, raid, interference with their drug shipments. And they're saying if you mess with ours, now we're gonna mess with yours. Their banner said this is a message to everyone. U.S. powers, U.S. citizens abroad, and U.S. lawmakers. No one is off limits. Now think about this. If the cartel is bold enough to do that, what else would they do? You gotta think about it. Americans in Mexico right now might be in a lot of trouble because every time someone plays with the cartel, they make it their business to make an example. Now imagine you're in Mexico on vacation and you see that banner. What would you be thinking? I'll tell you this much. This ain't just talk. This is a message. They're saying that they control the streets, they control the narrative, and they're not scared. So you tell me what you think is going to happen next. I know this much. A lot of people that go against the cartel don't come out good.
Durr.
No, he's got a big point there.
Well, the
I
big
mean,
the big takeaway is the big
That came
takeaway on
out,
that
yeah. I'm sorry,
is
go ahead.
Red Ginger about his glasses. How about those glasses he had on, huh?
they're cool. They're cool. I
Yeah.
like that. I don't have glasses like that. I'm gonna order them. I want to be just.
That was a good point, though. I mean, not many people come out on the positive side of going against the cartel.
Yeah, $500 billion is a lot of money. You know, they don't want to lose that money.
And this was before all of this happened too. This past weekend, before they ended up getting Mencho and everything. So this guy said this beforehand, and then this happened. So there's going to be all out war. And if you looked in that video, they were taking heavy equipment and they've been digging up all the highways and the roads and everything. So they're making it so you can't even get out of your town. So they're like isolating big pockets of people that way. So all the Americans that are there, I'm sorry, but I don't feel sorry for you, because if you had any sense whatsoever, there's been travel warnings for Mexico for quite some time. And if you go down there on vacation and
spring break, it's big with spring break.
I would never let my kids go.
It's funny. One of Lana's friends, they would her and her husband would go to Mexico a lot. And they would go to these resorts. And he said to me one time, a couple of years ago, he goes, "Yeah, even when I go, I always put, like, if I'm out walking around town, and instead of having cash in my wallet, I'll put it in in my shoe, like a couple $100 in my shoe, because when they want to shake you down, they want to take all your cash, so at least you have something on you." I said to him, "Why would you go away to a country that you have to think like that?" I mean, honestly, I wouldn't go to a city in our own country if I had to think like that. So
I put money in my bra when I travel like that, but then when I got to pay for a rum bucket, it's all sweaty.
Yeah, I mean, but seriously, why would you
They don't want it.
I can't believe it. Don't take it that long.
When I think about people saying about crossing the cartel, I think of how many times when you see the video of them like hanging bodies from like the bridges.
Oh yeah.
And they're just hanging there, and that's just to send a message. They just hang them. They got them. They put them up there. I wonder if we'll see somebody like that for retaliation. I mean, I wonder if they're.
Yeah, probably they did it in Italy with the Vatican Bank. The one guy, it was somebody that was involved with the mob. You remember that, don't you, George? And they hung him right underneath that bridge in Vatican City. Yep. They left him hanging there. He was a banker. So that kind of stuff, it does just send a message.
Yeah.
And look what but the cartels are satanic too. And look at all those kids that they killed. When kids go over there for spring break on college, some people come up missing and everything. Remember they found all those bodies with a bunch of college kids where they were all tortured and everything. Do you remember that? That must have been that was a while ago. So this shit's been going on for.
No, it's going on a long time, because they took money off. My friend's son went down there with a bunch of people, and they took all their money, and they had no money to get back with, and he had to wire the money. They thought they were kidnapped and stuff. It was really bad.
I said it before. My mom, what you're talking about, one of the ladies she worked with, this was years ago, went down to Mexico because they were, how they used to do the auto parts across the border. My mom worked for an automotive company, and they sent one of the women down there, and she got in a taxi to go back to the airport, and the taxi cab guy kidnapped her for 2 days and drove her all around Mexico, making her go to ATMs and take money out and everything. And after that, the company wouldn't send anybody to Mexico anymore. And this was like 15, 20 years ago. So that was a long, it would have been about that long ago, because that's about right before my mom retired.
They're right on the. I've been down at the border. They're right on the other side of that fence. It's like unbelievable. They have a big house, not far from the fence. Where they did the trial. This is before with the time of Biden and stuff. I was down there, so it was, and the child trafficking is unbelievable. See, but they don't mention anything about that. How many kids that Tom Homan saved? About 130,000 kids. They just with the trafficking. And believe it or not, I'm going to tell you something's going to surprise a lot of people. Papa Bear, he was a cop, and he used to do all these special things. He was a detective too, and he told me stories. He said it's unbelievable. He says there's kids that go to school right in the area, like Florida, Texas, New York, that go to school, and the parents are child traffickers. So it's like a legitimate thing, like, a regular.
Sure there are. Absolutely.
And then a lot of people don't realize that. So we put certain stuff up there, to give the kids signal if they are and anything else. Yes, and we went a lot of times to these school stuff with a whole bunch of people. I mean, there's a lot of stuff we have to do. We can't say, but it's
there's a I have a very good friend who actually he's knows a girl he's good friends with that was trafficked, her and her sister, by their uncle.
Yep.
Okay, by their uncle. Matter of fact, the whole it was an interesting situation because one of the people that was an investor in that, what was the movie that was about the trafficking?
Oh,
Freedom.
Yeah. So she actually went with, I don't know if it was the Catholic Diocese group or somebody. She ended up going to the premiere at Bedminster, and Trump was there, and she met someone who was a higher financial investor or whatever in that movie, and the person took a liking to her, and they're trying to do some type of movie on her story. So that's kind of interesting. So
those girls are ruined forever.
But yeah, like Red Jr. says, most trafficking is family done. I mean, it's sick that someone that you trust. I mean, first of all, it's sick that anybody does that anyway, right?
Mm-hmm.
But somebody that has the trust in the family to go and do something like that to your own family is I guess even.
Yeah, well, it's the money paid. A lot of times the Mexicans the illegals that come here, they come with the kids, and they do the trafficking, and they have to do the trafficking because they got to pay back the cartel for them crossing the border.
Yeah,
all that stuff. It's everything is all paid. Even the Chinese, the same thing. They call the Chinese here. You got to see. When I was in Bensonhurst, it was like being in China. It was unbelievable how they're walking all over the place. Walking back and forth, and it's unbelievable what we have.
I seen a post yesterday. You mentioned about paying people, the cartels, for crossing the border. I seen a post yesterday, and I didn't know this earlier. They would give them wristbands. Certain cartels have certain wristbands, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then when they got over into America, that's when they took the wristbands off. They would drop them somewhere. So they had them all, piles of them.
You're correct about that. Yep.
Yeah.
And they even the kids, so they know exactly where to go. The colors of the thing will guide them through the network of where exactly. And believe it or not, the Catholic charities were big in that too.
Yeah,
big time. They would get millions and millions of dollars from them.
Yeah, the priests were probably trafficking the kids too. I mean, look how many of them that molest kids and everything, and then they just move them around diocese to diocese instead of doing anything about it. There's no accountability there either with the Vatican. And then we hear you get Leo, and you think we're going to get some accountability and things are going to change, and he ends up being a big ass woke snowflake.
Well, because he went downstairs and checked out the gold in the basement.
That whole traffic thing is just, it's horrible. It makes me mad that they even do that to all those little kids, and then it takes you all the way back to Epstein, and everything's got to be intertwined. It's global. It's not just in America, and it just shows you how many sick fucks there are in the world.
Yeah, Randy Bull put up about Ben Bergman. Yeah, he does a great job. Ben Bergman, the one I worked with.
Ben Bergman, yeah.
I can't understand a word he's saying. It's not it's just the accent. It's a little bit tough for me to hear.
I can't.
I just can't. I just can't understand a thing you say.
I can't even understand that thing.
I get all of that.
What did it say?
Can't understand what he's saying.
You can't understand anything you say. That would be funny if it came out with that, wouldn't it? I'd probably be laughing. We should probably talk about Iran a little bit because things are heating up over there.
Yeah.
This one here is spooky. The one I got. Somebody gave me Mount Rushmore.
There is no room for prejudice.
Yeah, there is. I'm prejudiced.
Oh, that was another thing about that one. Oh, that was good.
That's
You
Mount
want to bring that
Rushmore.
Chinese guy? You want to bring that Chinese guy? I mean, that Korean guy? You want to bring him up? Not Korean, Vietnamese guy? About the with the nails?
Oh yeah, bring it up because it is pretty funny.
Oh, please, these people don't stop calling me.
Well, don't worry about them calling. And
I know. Are you crazy woman?
Oh gosh, this is great. I love
You
this.
can't come in here and pay me, and then you can talk to us all kind of way you want to, bro. The fuck?
I can talk to you how the hell.
No, you cannot.
Go back to your damn country if you want to act like that.
Back to the. You just told me to go back to my country.
Yes, I did say that.
Bitch, I saw your fucking EBT card in there. Guess who? Guess who paid for that motherfucking shit? I did.
Oh,
Bitch, you know how.
How you want me to feed my kids? I'm fat.
Oh my fucking god, boy, you got me fucked up, bro.
Yeah, you got me fucked
I
up.
pay
Bitches
taxes
like to eat.
for your fucking food.
Yeah, bitches like to eat and my kids like to
I
eat.
pay taxes for your fucking food, and you told me to go back to my country.
That's what you
Your
do.
fucking lazy big ass bitch. The fuck look like a fucking upside down bowling pin looking ass.
That's because I like to
You look like my fucking suburban, okay? Fucking potato bill looking ass. Head get the fuck.
I love that. I love that. Upside down bowling pin and potato ass.
You gotta admit, you gotta admit that's funny.
That is funny.
Yeah.
I would like to see her. The video of her going.
I've seen so many salon things where they I don't want to say it.
Oh, shit happens in the salon.
Where they,
yeah,
and they're going nuts. I seen one woman that refused to pay her bill on one of the reels, and she ended up busting out the window with a chair and went ass over through the window and everything. I mean, to not pay for nails, what the hell? I mean, they could go out and buy a Lincoln or a Cat.
We got a couple in our crew that they're Vietnamese and love Trump, donate a lot of money, very patriotic too, believe it or not, and they got a nail salon. I went to visit them one time, because they still their English is not too good yet, but
I can't understand a word he's saying.
Yeah, that's what I have to carry that one around. I have to play that.
Yeah.
But they're very patriotic. A lot of these people that came from Vietnam and stuff like that, very patriotic. It's unbelievable.
I met the one guy. Remember? What's his name?
Ben. I call him Ben and Bang, but it's Ben and Binvo and Trang.
You know how they name their kids?
Yeah, don't make fun of
They
them.
throw a bunch of pots and pans down the stairs, and when they go bing, bang, 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 boom, that's when they name their kids.
Well, that's why I call them Ben. I call them both Bing and Bang, but they're good people.
Bang,
she screams out. She screams out.
You don't call him Bang.
No, she screams out in Mar-a-Lago, my daddy, and everybody's looking, who's the daddy? And she comes and hugs me. So.
That's funny. That's funny.
Look at the Vietnamese though. When they came over here, they make businesses. They assimilated. I mean, I'm sure they speak Vietnamese in the home and everything, but you don't see a bunch of Vietnamese people out picketing and doing all this shit and everything. They're responsible when they come over. There's so many that are responsible when they come over, but then you get the crap that we get where there's that are coming across the border or that were, and none of them were doctors or anything like that to enhance our country, but at least the Vietnamese, I will say that, and some of the Japanese
they were down there January 6th. They were down in all the other events we had all through the Stop the Steal and everything else. They had big groups of them hanging, holding posters. Vietnamese love Trump and all that stuff and everything else. It's unbelievable. They're big community, especially some which they're going to wind up moving out of Colorado. I mean not Colorado, California. They were big in California, and they're big down here too. But But the most important thing is they came out of a communist country and they know what freedom's like. And that's why they go out there and try to help us protect what we have, which these people that are born here don't understand what we have.
Well,
you don't see them, did you see how the airport was at Mexico? How fast they want to come back to America?
Well, look at Pol Pot. Look, you want to talk about that kind of stuff. Look at how much communism was in Asia and everything. Look at Pol Pot. He went ahead and did a genocide over there. And what was that other guy's name? Daddy. That might have been an African guy. But you look at in
Daddy
Asia,
George,
huh?
Daddy George.
Yeah, right. But they had a lot of stuff going on over there, and the whole Vietnam War was all bullshit to begin with and everything. I think a lot of those people deserve to be here. That's just my own opinion, but not the communist ones, but the ones that were actually fighting against the communists and everything.
Oh yeah,
They earned a place here.
Those people have truly come here for the American dream, and to support the American dream, and to work for the American dream. 100%.
I want to tomorrow.
CBS. Oh, here's something. It just broke. You got to hear this. Remember that Peter Attia, the CBS News contributor they were bitching about yesterday? He just resigned.
Yeah, he resigned. Yeah, he resigned. He resigned yesterday.
Oh, well, it just came over my phone now.
Well, maybe the story.
Well, you're late notes there.
Yeah, you got late. Yeah, you got to pay for the data play, and you're getting delayed data.
You know why? It probably just went right over my head, Sean, and you guys didn't slow it down for me.
And that's how she is. It's the blondness in her head. Just like, hi, how are you?
Maybe George should have mansplained it to you a little bit.
Listen, we have a saying. The saying is, "Here's my ass, my head's coming." See if everybody can figure that one out. Here's my ass, my head's coming.
Oh, what's an ass?
Yeah, you want to say like British? Like Michigan?
Your buttocks.
Yeah, yeah, Coca Pop and
that was my Halloween joke. I always said I wanted to dress up like a politician, but I couldn't fit my head up my ass.
Yeah, that's what they said. We should play that video about. That was funny. That one we posted that. I remember. But what's his name in the hospital? And he says we just took a
yeah, yeah. That was the one with Jim Brewer, wasn't it?
Yeah, Jim Brewer.
Oh, we're gonna have fun tomorrow too. It's Wormhole Wednesday tomorrow.
Yeah.
Well, here. What?
I would like to. One day we have to do. I want to get into this discussion about the Muslim situation in this country. It's really bad.
You have the stage right now. Go ahead.
No, because I got to get all the facts. I want to get all the stuff together so I can do the presentation the right way.
Okay, yeah, you don't want to put your head up your ass and talk.
Yeah, that's right. Yep,
that's hard to talk like that.
Yeah, he mumbles this. You know what? You know what we'll be doing, Sean? We'll be doing this.
I can't understand a word he's saying. It's not just the accent. It's a little bit tough for me to hear.
Yeah, nobody.
And I want people to say that him.
Nobody listens like that because it's hard because you're talking to yourself. Right?
You'll be just going.
Yeah.
That's how it would be.
Talk about motorboating.
Yeah. Well, let's talk a little bit about Iran then, because they said everything's mounting up over there a little bit. But if Iran, they were talking about, I got this. It's only a minute. I'm going to play it really quick. But these are the cities that are threatened with nuclear attack if we go after Iran.
Nuclear attacks on U.S. soil. And again, for those of you that are hopping on a little bit late that missed it, let's go ahead and cover for you the 15 cities that they are saying are the primary targets if things were to erupt. And they're saying at this point it would be World War III. And again, for those of you that missed it, those top 15 cities that they're saying to be on the lookout for is Great Falls, Montana, Cheyenne, Wyoming, Ogden, Clearfield, Utah, Shreveport, Louisiana, Honolulu, Hawaii, Omaha, Nebraska, Colorado Springs, Colorado, Albuquerque, New Mexico, Washington, D.C., Seattle, Washington, San Francisco, California, Houston, Texas, Chicago, Illinois, Los Angeles, California, and New York City, as they're saying that there is concerns about attacks on the U.S. homeland with potential nuclear attacks coming from our adversaries. And that is why also we're hearing that there are warnings coming out of potential attacks on U.S. soil. I shared with you just 4 days ago, take a look here. Pentagon warns that future wars may hit U.S. soil as direct military threats grow. And one of those threats.
That's from January. I was just saying it's from. That's from January, but this has been building up since before Christmas. That's all I want to say.
The thing, like I said, the FBI, Homeland Security, should go by every mosque and wait for every one of them people to come out. they're being, especially they listen to these imams that are saying about how they got to take over the West. They got to take over America. We are, we are the big Satan, and Israel is the little Satan, and they go back and forth with this whole shit, and we just let them because the people are afraid about the Islamophobia that the Democrats created that fucking word that people are afraid to say anything, and they're building mosques like crazy. They're building, and it's listen. I got nothing. Them, that ain't happened. But the whole thing is, it's like, you don't see like the Hindu places. They open up mosques and churches and everything else. They congregate in small places and everything else. But these things are building complexes and to nurture them to come into this country. And it's got to stop. It's got to, every one of those things, especially any one of them. And you can hear how radical the young ones are. They got that thing in the street of New York.
I worry about how many sleeper cells we have. Remember, I see Sergeant put
plenty.
Sleeper cells.
Plenty.
You got to worry about how many sleeper cells.
Yeah, you want to hear the mentality. You want to hear about mentality about sleeper cells. Okay, watch this one. Ready? Oh, we're not that worried about the amount of terrorists that are here, sleeper cells, because it's only like about 10%. That are really
who's saying that?
Islamic terror. Yeah, well, this is what they said. So now you figure out.
When you say they say, who are you saying? The
no,
media?
The Democrat. They're just the politicians, just the politicians themselves. We don't have to worry about it because we got it under control. It's only like 10%. Well, how much is 10% of 6.7 million people of them here? 600,000 of them, right? 600,000 of them are here in the United States, sleeper cells. And all the mosques should be like they don't run into mosques, right? They always go into the Catholic Church or Christian church or synagogue.
Yeah, they use the mosque for their base of operations. They use it like military.
You had the asshole down in West Palm Beach, one of the sheriffs down there, went into the mosque to teach them how to use weapons and guns. He was a Democratic sheriff. It was a big thing about down there. It was a long time ago about that. And that's what he did. He actually went into mosque and hung out. And then you got people talking about celebrating, or we should wish him, what do you call Ramadan Day. How many days? What days do we get? We don't get recognized as much as them. It's unbelievable what a big fucking thing they make about them.
Well, that's the problem. Everything needs recognition anymore, which is
it's not. Listen, every Hindus get along with Christians, right? You got Jews get along with Christians. All the other factions of religions get along with everybody except Islam. If you don't believe them, that's it. There was a guy, I got to find that tape. The guy in the street of New York, where they got the permits to pray all over Times Square, and they're screaming, oh, they're saying there's rumors out there that we're going to take over America. And you know what he says? Yes, we are going to take over America. And they had thousands of them in the street praying. And all that bullshit. They stopped traffic. Did anybody do anything? No. You got to walk for life for protecting babies and everything else. Boom, they all come out, arrest and everything else, all that bullshit, everything.
Look what they did at Christmas in the EU.
Tina Peters is still in jail. Tina Peters is still in jail.
That's a crime. That's a crime that woman.
Are you fucking kidding me? Don't get me started.
That's a crime.
I think it's a crime too. I mean, the poor woman's going to end up dying in there if somebody doesn't do something. I mean, if they can go get Maduro, why can't they break in and go get her? The feds. Why can't they do that?
They could get the marshals to go in there.
Yeah,
they would have the right. I don't know why they're not going. They're helping this woman out. I can't figure out. I can't understand why President Trump ain't going to go. The SEALs go in there, take her out, do something. They'll stand down. I
guess the separation of state and federal. I mean, I can only imagine.
She just prayed and all that stuff, and then about the elections and stuff. That's all she did. But it's just unbelievable.
Well, they should just say, as a federal, hey, we're doing an investigation, and we don't think she should be in jail right now. We need her for cooperation.
For some reason, they
go take her out.
They did it for Ghislaine Maxwell. But you're right, Sean. They did it for Ghislaine Maxwell. They went and pulled her out and put her into a different penitentiary. Why can't they do that for Tina?
Well,
is it because it's a state charge instead of federal?
Well, Maxwell was in a federal penitentiary, I believe, and I don't think this one, Tina Peters, is a federal.
Yeah, she's in a state. But if they made her a witness, if they made her a federal witness in a case, then they'd be able to pull her out. And I think that's on Bondi. Because Bondi could come up with any kind of.
Oh, no, don't worry.
She could come up. Let me finish my thought. Stop. She could come up.
Blonde on blonde crime here, George, going on.
That's right.
Yeah, blonde on blonde. No, but Bondi could come up with, even if it was a piddly ass charge that she could come up with to bring her and make her a federal witness on something, that would get her right out of the state prison and into federal holding. And I don't understand why they're not doing that, because she's a material witness on election fraud.
We got 31 Republican attorney generals in states. Like they did to everybody. You had New York bringing somebody else on charge someplace down in Florida. They could bring them up on charges. They could do whatever they got to do. They just don't do it.
Yeah.
You got all of a sudden Johnson grew some balls about attacking what's his name? Roberts?
Yeah, Roberts.
What about all the other judges that stopped all the shit that was happening with the illegals and stuff like that?
How about
all the lower courts? Because they got the law. See, he knows he's got the law because that's what he's doing with Roberts. He could do the same thing with all the other judges.
Mm-hmm.
It's what he did it with the Judicial Act of 1801 and 1802. It's there. The laws are there. It's just that we don't fucking use them because you got people with no balls.
It's the uniparty. You go right back to the same shit every time. They're all covering their ass. It's the uniparty, and we don't have anybody on either side for us.
Forget about the uniparty. It's the money that comes into this country that is destroying this country. Yeah. And I'm telling you, the people are going to. If we don't revolt now, look, listen to me. If we don't stand up for what we believe in, we're going to lose this country. And it's not one generation away, like Reagan said. No, the generation is now. It's got to be done now. It can't be. You can't wait because they're like roaches. If you don't start killing them, they'll keep on coming in and just multiply. That's exactly what they're doing, right? If you don't find the nest, they got a guy that's walking back and forth in Minnesota there. He's got 12 wives and 72 kids, and he gets money. They got money for all of them. Our taxes are paying for that shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They don't care. Inbreeding, and that's why they're so stupid too. Besides, you're telling me an IQ, the average IQ of a Somalian is the highest is 80. You mean to tell me they figured out how to do all those schoolings and everything else to rip money off of the government and the Medicare, and even the insurance companies were involved with them, teaching them how to do it.
Yeah, Blue Cross Blue Shield had seminars to teach them how to rip.
You filled this form out wrong. If you do it this way, you can get extra money.
They were actually.
I'm so sick of hearing it's the product of the system and all that shit. Then change the system and stop allowing this fraud.
Then listen to me. That's why
going to stop it because they're all getting paid off.
That's why they caused a problem with Musk. Musk was getting in so deep.
He was a disruptor.
Right? Yeah, he got in so deep, right? Oh, he was ruffling feathers. Not only the Democrats, the Republicans too. So they're getting kickbacks too. Look who's getting kickbacks from Venezuela. Look, all the Republicans, mostly Democrats. But look at that. And what happened to that fucking list? What happened to the Epstein list?
Speaking of Democrats,
where's accountability?
Not to go back to what we were talking about before, but with the Democrats skipping the State of the Union, but who's the guy from the senator from Maryland that went and had the drink with the
that jerk off?
The senator. Yeah. He's one. He's not going. I guess maybe he needs to go have some drinks with some more illegals or something. Maybe that's where he's going.
Well, and they complain about Castell holding a beer with the gold medal winners. Are you fucking kidding me?
Yep.
What's his name? Obama went to when President Obama went there. He went to the football. I mean, the basketball thing.
He was in the locker room. Yeah, he was in the locker room. Listen, I have no problem with either side. Yeah, I have no problem with either side going. I think either, but it's just the selective outrage that they do. We just got to shoot them down and start owning our own narrative and pushing what we're looking for, because they do it for distraction more than anything.
Well, yeah, but the problem is, number one, the bills that come into Congress, they should be all separated, not put all fucking together. Every bill should be separate. Period.
Line item veto and individual bills.
Right. Number
two,
veto
line item veto is almost like RICO. Veto and RICO go together.
Bring the tissues up here. And then you got also the Congress and the Senate. They represent us. By right, when they got a bill in front of them, they got to go back to the constituents and say, listen, this is what they want us to pass. What do you think about it? No voting at all. No. Once they get elected, they decide what they want to do. Not what we want to do, but what
they don't even write. They don't even write the bills. Lobbyists write all the bills.
Correct.
Lobbyists do all the markups and write all the bills. I know, because I used to do some of it. So that's what they do. And so they don't have no idea what's in that shit. They give a package of a bill to an aide, and they'll have, maybe if they have 5, they'll split that between 5 different people, and they each take a different section and go combing through it. And then they go ahead, and right before it's going to go to the floor for the vote, that's when they go and they stick all the hinky stuff in there so that it gets passed and nobody knows about it. And that's why Nancy Pelosi said, we won't know what's in it till we pass it.
In fairness, you got to pass it to see what's in it.
Yeah, that's exactly what she said. And that's the honest to God truth, because they don't know. You think that any of them sit down and read a stack of paper like this before they vote on a bill? Absolutely
no,
not.
Especially when they have a couple of days to do it, and it's hundreds and hundreds of pages.
If people don't go out and vote, we're going to lose the House, and these pieces of shit, these Democrats, are going to come after us. I'm telling you right now. Anybody that voted for Trump, they're going to get the voting. You watch, they're going to get the vote. We can't get the voting records, but they'll wind up getting the voting records and see who actually votes for what. You got people in the FBI that voted for Biden. They shouldn't be in there. You got people in the CIA voted for Biden. CIA, Secret Service. Look what happened with that guy with the Secret Service. He voted for Biden, and he's telling everybody where what's his name, the VP is going, his whole route. Are you kidding me? There's so much people left over from the Biden administration, and even as far as Obama. Look what Susan Rice said. She said she's going to go after everybody.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? That's a threat. You should be put up for treason. You're threatening the American people.
Mm-hmm. We'll be the ones in the FEMA camps. That's why they're still funded. The Dems think if they get back in power, we're done, and they're not kidding. I believe them when they say it, because they will round people up. They have plans of doing it.
Let me tell you something. They think they're going to come here and take my guns away, and a lot of people down here in Florida ain't happening. Ain't happening. I feel sorry for the people in these blue states. If you buy guns under the shelf there someplace, but you got to be protected, because these people are going to come out. They're not going to come out. You think they're going to come in like, look what they did to these J6s. They came with the trucks and machine guns and everything else. They're like unbelievable. They don't even do that.
Roger Stone. What? Look what they did to Roger Stone, for God's sakes.
And CNN was tipped off. CNN was tipped off.
Yep.
Well, maybe we can get Mark to do some of that for us. Maybe they'll raid some of them, and we'll send Mark on a job to go film it.
Oh, Mark could be like right there in the bushes with his iPhone.
I'll even use Mark's clubs.
Use a fear wedge on them. There, you want to be scared? Here's a fear wedge right up the side of the head. But they're not kidding when they said they're going to do that stuff. They are dead freaking serious. And if you don't think they are, you're very naive.
That's why they're helping the Muslims doing all this shit. And they're helping the Chinese. You have Chinese students here, and I go through this all the time, that they're military age. I don't give a fuck. And billions of dollars are put into these colleges.
Yep.
And to train our kids to hate this country.
Oh, yeah. Our taxpayers, our tax dollars are paying for our own hate.
And that's why they killed, what's his name?
They're just like Hitler. They're just like Hitler. They'll make that point. They're just like Hitler. They're conspiring, and the Vatican did too. But we're not going to go too much into that. But they're conspiring with the Muslims, just like they did in World War II, because the Muslims, their friend of your friend, your enemy, or whatever.
Breaking news: Mark says, "Put me in, coach." So he's all for it to go on the raids.
All right, ready, get ready.
Yep. Mark, may
I'm going to have a big meeting down here in March. And if everybody don't show up, either you give a fuck about this country or you don't. You want to sit back on there? You think you're going to protect yourself? You got to work with people. You got to work with your neighbors and find out what's going on. You're not going to do this by yourself. You got to go with the people around you and say, what's your situation on defending yourself and finding out and stuff like that to make sure. You don't want anybody coming in knocking at your door. I only got a couple of thousand bullets. So this is the thing. Everybody's got to know what's happening. I got guys that got guys that are on property 4 acres, 5 acres. Oh yeah, that's good. All right, so they're gonna come and you're gonna protect yourself. All right. Now you think they're gonna protect yourself if they come there with 10 people?
No.
Well, I guess it all depends on.
You got to come like the FBI came in with all those AK-47, all that stuff, and machine guns and the shotgun, the big tank.
You know how they're going to get you? They're not going to have to come after you with guns. All they got to do is shut off all your utilities in your town, and then they'll be able to round everybody up because you'll be in the dark with no water, no electricity, anything like that. That's how they're going to do it. That's why the World Economic Forum is buying up water rights.
Make sure you have water and everything else because they're going to. And if a civil war breaks out, people say, "No, I don't think so." Yes, it's going to happen. If anything happens with these, you got these terrorist shit that are here. Islamic terrorists are here. Trust me, they're here, and they're waiting. They just got to wait for the signal. That they did that. Where did they come out from? They came out. Look at the ones that took down the planes. Even if it was the United States government behind this whole shit, and they knew it was going to happen. They just didn't believe it was going to happen. But they come down here to learn how to fly. Oh, I just want to learn how to fly the plane, not to land.
When you don't land it, come on.
Excuse me, you mean to tell me the guy that owns the school? No, why would he worry about it? Because why? He's getting fucking money from Saudi Arabia to put these kids with millions of dollars. Oh, I look the other way.
Yeah,
I look the other way.
What I was saying about the water, though, is a true thing. The World Economic Forum, Klaus Schwab came out and said that's what they're going to do. They're going to buy up all the water rights. They're doing it. Nestle owns all the aquifers in the middle of Michigan, as it is already now by Big Rapids. But
I got my own aquifer here. I got a well here, 350.
But that's what they're going to do. That's how they're going to do it. You watch. They're not going to come after you with guns. All they got to do is do like Mexico's doing. They can cut your town off, cut your utilities off, and then what are you going to do?
It's going to be done before it happens. We're not going to wait. People know what's going on.
Strix is right. I mean, if they shut down your power, your water, what do? I mean, not. There's some people that are self-sufficient, right? They have like George. You say you have.
I would suggest to buy those things that purify the water. You got to. If you have a pool or something like that, you got this things there that they sell. That you put the water in and it cleans out everything that's in there. So
but you remember 2 years ago when those guys took the power station out in California? Don't tell me that wasn't a test run for them to go around.
California could die for like it.
Well, I know, but what I'm saying is that was a perfect example of them getting into your power system and shutting that down. If you lose power, you can have supplies in your house. You're only going to last so long. They'll wait you out. They're
when people move down here to Florida from all these other places, these liberal places, they come down there. We go in there, talk to them, and say, "Listen, remember one thing: we don't want your liberal shit down here. Either you fool through here, or else we're gonna have a problem." That you got to tell.
We were years ago. I don't know if I ever told you the story. We were this close to probably moving to North Carolina, outside Charlotte, North Carolina.
You should have.
And we went several times. We're down there, and. We're down there, and the guy comes out, and I was looking at a house, and the neighbor says, "Oh, I see you have New Jersey plates." I said, "Yeah." He goes, "Oh boy, all you guys are moving down here. That guy's from New York, the guy over there is from Connecticut, that guy's from Jersey, that guy over there is from New York." He goes, like 7 people on the street that are all from the north. He goes, "You Yankees, you all want to move down here." He says, I'm going to tell you, I tell all of them. He says, don't bring your votes that you vote for shit up there down here. He goes,
That's right.
Change the way you vote. I said, well, me, you don't want me to change the way I vote. I said, because I don't vote for that shit up there. I said, I vote against it. He goes, well, good. You're welcome. He goes, come on in.
That's right. Yeah, the big sign down here that says, don't bring your shit here. That's it.
Yep.
Don't bring your mentality down here.
Don't New York or Florida.
Listen, the main reason up there I used to have, I carried up in New York, but I never licensed. Down here, I got a license and I carried, and I'm happy. That's the reason why I came down to Florida, for that reason, because I knew it was going to happen. I saw all the shit that was happening. It was terrible. They come in here like this, all covered up, pregnant like this, have babies here, become American citizens. That's got to stop.
Oh yeah, well,
when my daughter had the baby, 3 Mexicans come out. They couldn't even speak English, talking to the nurse and everything else, and they got a baby. They got a baby in that thing. Look, the little thing there, the little carry-on there, the little baby there, American citizen right there. You know, then they can bring the whole family in here.
Yeah.
Come in the right way. That's it.
Yeah, birth immigration. Another problem, but you're gonna have a heart attack today, George. You get so worked out.
Who, me?
Yeah.
No, I did this. I ride my bike. I take my gun with me, shoot a couple of things.
Go target shooting.
Yeah, I go. Yeah,
blow up a few watermelons.
The chat's all talking about that with people moving down into RD Bull, Monterey, ML Heath. They're all talking about that with people moving down. I think Red Ginger even said something about it.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, like here, Stacy, Texas says, donate to Tina Peters Fund. Tina Peters Fund if you can. Thanks. I did, but the whole thing is she's getting this money, but it's not getting her out. The thing is, we have to get in touch with the politicians and tell them to work on the thing. You know, say, okay, we'll donate to you know, the money's helping her, but it's not helping her to get the F out. She's not getting out of there.
Tina Peters should be at the State of the Union tonight. That would be a great guest to have at the State.
That's a good idea. Yeah. Well, I don't know. I think that the left they're dead damn serious about coming after us, though, if they end up getting in power. And if they get in power, it's our own fault, because if they didn't cheat, it's our own fault for not being strong enough to get people to the polls and everything and sway enough to think that this isn't real. These people think that this is a big joke, you know? And the problem, you get the people that are in their early 20s, they don't know shit. They don't know shit about nothing.
I drove through. Let's talk about the because everybody's worried about this war breaking out in Iran because of the gas prices. They're more worried about the gas prices than the future shit that's going to happen in this world, in this country. All right. So now I drove through, and so I went by. It was $2.46 a gallon. So when I went to the hotel to check in, there was a big black lady there, very nice woman. Courteous. I got there like a quarter after. It was in Fayetteville, North Carolina. I walk in there. So for some reason, I felt like to give her a $10. Just for some reason, I felt like to give her something. She was very nice and a charming woman, and I said, old, but maybe a little bit younger than me. Very nice, respectful.
You weren't trying to pick her up, were you, George?
No. So I gave it a 10. I gave it a $10. She said, "Oh my God, I really needed this to put in my gas tank." Okay, are you listening to the whole story? So she said, "Oh, the gas." I said, "Well, the gas down in Florida is so much." She said, "Oh, the gas." I said, "Do you know about the gas prices, how they work?" She says, "No." I said, "Well, you got the federal tax, you got the state tax, you got the county tax, you got the city tax. The gas is like $1.25, but by the time everybody puts their taxes on, it's $2.75.
Yeah,
that's where the answer is. But they took that chart away. Remember, we talked about that yesterday. They took that chart away. They had that thing displayed all the time. Why? Because they know the people are going to get pissed off. Why? Because now it's knowledge that you don't know about. So now you forget about it. And this is the game they all play. And we go back to the thing about why television was created, because it was television. And that's why all this bullshit that they got controlled and all this other stuff. And they got to get rid of that fucking Smith-Mundt Act. It's destroying our country. People don't understand. They can say whatever. I was with family, and they turned around and said, Trump is on the Epstein list a 1,000 times. Who said that? Swallow. And it was on the news. And he's allowed to say that.
Ted Lieu. How about what Ted Lieu says?
Yeah, but this is what I'm saying.
Ted Lieu says Trump's a pedophile.
But this is what I'm saying. And then the guy, what happened when Trump walked by the factory and the guy screamed out, you're protecting a pedophile. And Trump turned around and told him, fuck you. Oh, they went up rage because he said that word. No, I say the same thing.
Yeah.
It's just we got to do everything possible to get rid of that Smith-Mundt Act, and that's what the problem is. I'm sorry.
Well, the Republicans are just as bad as the Democrats because they let it go in the NDAA, and they know it's in there because it gets
they wanted to protect their ass. You understand? They wanted to protect their ass.
I know.
I like you know what I like to see. I'd like to see the settlements of all those congressional.
I know what you're talking about.
Slush fund.
Oh yeah.
I think as a taxpayer,
$50 million.
My money, your money, Tracy's money, the chat's money, all went to protect these vile scumbags in Congress and Senate because they did something they shouldn't have done, and they want to get up there and preach about shit. I'd love to know that. What kind of settlements went for them? I'm sure there's settlements to.
Yeah, what happens is, sign the agreement. You don't say a word. Here's $1 million. That's it. It's a worker. Usually it's a woman, a girl, and the guy grabs her or starts fooling around with her and everything else like that. This is the whole game. Yep. And that's why the only guy.
What about the two gay guys having sex in the?
Yeah, no, it's on photo. It's all over. It's all over. That's okay. No, that's all right.
They were Democrat staffers, apparently, right?
Yeah, that's all right to do that. And Bill Clinton had the cigar in the White House, playing boinky boink with that. But boy, the Republicans are just awful. I don't know. The whole thing just stinks.
Yeah, but he did not have sexual relations with that woman.
Yeah.
No, the cigar did.
You want
to put it bluntly.
He smoked the cigar. He didn't. Yeah.
And the balls. Here's the best one. The biggest part of the balls of Bill Clinton. Okay, right? Monica with the blue dress. Right, the blue dress. Remember, she had the blue dress, and he had a painting with the blue dress on. Talk about
red shoes.
What?
And red shoes. That's a whole nother meeting.
But I'm just saying. I'm sticking it up your fucking ass, everybody. How you like this one?
Mm-hmm.
They got away with this shit for years, and they'll still get away with it unless the prosecutor. But we got to give credit to England. They did it. They arrested the guy right away.
Yeah.
Right? Not here. We're still playing around.
Well, I hate to be a PETA, but it's 6 after, so we're gonna head out. But I don't know what to go out to with this. But
how about that with the blue dress on?
I wish I had that one. How about because we're all so pissed off this one? Suspicious.
I get Devil the Blue Dress.
We're going to burn the street down again. Don't play. That song sucked. It burnt out already.
Burn.
Fucking burn. Hey, do it again.
Protect what's mine. That's a blood-borne vow. Say a word wrong, you'll find out now.
We'll be back tomorrow with Wormhole Wednesday.
They burn churches, we're going to burn mosques too. That's it.
You come for my people, I'll take your crown.
I can't understand the things you're saying.
Leave nothing behind.